Good afternoon, Kettleland. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Rain, snow slowly trying to come to an end across western South Dakota. Dry in central and eastern Kettleland, and even some sunshine making an appearance this morning north central into northeastern South Dakota. Temperatures are cool. Numbers are in the 30s and 40s, and these temperatures are expected to remain steady or slowly fall as we continue through the afternoon hours. I'll have more details on your Kettleland Live Doppler forecast coming up as we begin midday in Kettleland.
Live from Kettleland Media Group, midday in Kettleland.
A branding costume drive plans to start anew after Halloween, and presidential candidates making their messages heard as we approach the election. Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. A Rapid City man is behind bars, accused of buying and selling child pornography. Federal court documents say 39-year-old Lewis Patterson III used peer-to-peer software to download and share illegal files. The alleged crimes began in March and continued until Patterson's arrest this week. Yesterday, local and federal agents searched his Rapid City home and confiscated 33 devices, including computers and hard drives. According to court documents, authorities discovered spreadsheets detailing the illegal images Patterson allegedly bought and sold. Also new this midday, a $5,000 reward is being offered for any information on the disappearance of the Pine Ridge woman. The Rapid City Police Department and Bureau of Indian Affairs are partnering to locate 27-year-old Michelle Elbow-Shield. Elbow-Shield was last seen in Rapid City in October 2023 and was reported missing in December. The BIA's Missing and Murdered unit offered the $5,000 as a reward for information that results in Elbow-Shield's location and/or the identification of the person connected with her disappearance. Anyone with any information should contact the Rapid City Police Department. South Dakota Highway Patrol has announced sobriety checkpoints that will be held during the month of November. These checkpoints will take place in 17 counties, including Brule, Coddington, Moody, Pennington, Roberts, and Yankton counties. Monthly checkpoints are designed to discourage people from driving impaired. You can find the full list of counties on our website. In weather, it is chillier out there, Scott. Maybe not quite cold, let's say, but there's been a change in the last 48 hours or so.
Well, you know, it's closer to average. That's one way to put it. If the average high temperature is in the low, maybe the middle 50s for some of us. And in fact, we've already had those temperatures during the overnight hours. I saw maybe 1, 2 o'clock this morning. Sioux Falls was at 55, and that'll probably go in as the high temperature for the day. And of course, we have the snow into western South Dakota. All these snowflakes you see are reports that have been coming in over the past 6 hours. And you see some of the amounts here near Lead, about 9.5 inches to the west and southwest of there near Cheyenne Crossing, about the same thing, 9.5, 8 inches there, southwest of Lead, west of Deadwood. So, you know, a lot of these reports coming in, at least 6 inches of snowfall across the hills of western South Dakota. What does it look like near Hill City? Well, it looks like 6.5 inches of new snow has fallen there. Great moisture. Good to see that moisture across western South Dakota. And it continues to snow and rain lightly in western and northwestern South Dakota. You do notice some moisture trying to stream into western and northwestern Iowa. We'll take a closer look at what's going on to our south in just a bit. But they have dropped the warnings and advisories in western Kettleland, so we'll continue with light rain and snow showers there. You can see all that moisture streaming in from Kansas into eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, showers and thunderstorms there. We'll see how much of that makes its way over in the southeastern South Dakota. As that happens, I think that will happen later this evening. There is a secondary low pressure system that is to our south and to our southwest. We'll continue to watch that slowly make its way to the northeast, and that will give us our chance for the rain during the evening and overnight. You see that toward the tail end of that loop there. Low pressure moving through central Kansas. Well, our current conditions, we are in the 40s to near 50 degrees, many of us with mostly cloudy skies, though Aberdeen's been able to see some sunshine. And you can see the north winds at around 15 to 25 miles per hour. An occasional gust near 30 in northeastern Kettleland. Well, before I go during this weather segment, I do want to show you this. Southeastern Kettleland. We'll see our rain showers late this evening and tonight, and then look what happens here. A couple of snowflakes may start to mix in, what you see there in blue, across southwestern Minnesota. Chance to see some snow during the overnight hours, and depending how early you wake up, you may see them during the early morning. Minor accumulations, Dan. Okay, don't get overly excited. I know how you like your snow. Temperatures today remaining steady or slowly falling. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up.
I wasn't expecting that. Sounds good, Scott. A Halloween costume drive in Brandon will end with October, but we'll start anew on November 1st. The creator of Carl's Closet collects and distributes Halloween costumes to families in need, free of charge. She says she's helped about 50 families over the past month, handing out at least 120 costumes. It's a project that's quickly inspiring other people.
I've actually had some friends in other states that have seen what I've done here that were like, you know, I see where this could be beneficial here. Would you be okay if I started something like that here? And I was like, absolutely. So I know there's a few other places in other states where they're starting the same kind of thing. So it's very honorable.
Once Halloween is over, Megan will begin collecting costumes of all shapes and sizes for next year. We'll tell you what she could use more of in 2025 tonight on KELOLAND News. The 2024 general election is fast approaching, with now less than a week until November 5th. As we get closer to that day, we wanted to check in with voters in South Dakota, find out how they're feeling.
There's a lot of controversy, I would say, I guess, and a lot of divisiveness, which I'm not a big fan of, so I've kind of avoided a lot of that.
I'll be happy when it's over.
And tonight on KELOLAND, we'll hear more from voters about the issues that matter to them and their hopes for when the election is all over. And of course, Election Day now 6 days away on Tuesday. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are seeking to drive their message home to supporters. This election will be a challenge. But last night, Harris chose to deliver this message from the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. Basil John reports.
Both candidates kicked off the final stretch of their campaigns, but while former President Donald Trump was in a battleground state, Vice President Kamala Harris was here in the nation's capital. Vice President Kamala Harris is heading to Carolina, coming off the heels of her speech in D.C. Tuesday night.
If you give me the chance to fight on your behalf, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
With the White House as her backdrop, she reminded Americans of what her opponent did in the same location years before.
He is the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election.
I'm asking you to be excited about the future again.
Former President Donald Trump took to his stage in Allentown, Pennsylvania, to warn voters of what he says Americans will get with a President Harris.
This election is a choice between whether we will have 4 more years of gross incompetence and failure, the worst administration in the history of our country.
Trump will head to North Carolina as well today and then to Wisconsin. For Harris, she's going to Pennsylvania and Wisconsin after North Carolina. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Still ahead, the CDC is alerting parents about a widespread pneumonia affecting young children and a unique U.S.